Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Tuesday night. Welcome to the PreGame Blitz. I am your host, Larry Godwin. You guys know me affectionately as LG. Hope you guys are having a great start to your week. You can tell it's springtime. I mean, the weather felt really good the last couple of days. People are staying out longer. I'm digging this extra daylight hour. I don't know if this is officially called daylight savings time or what we do in the fall is daylight savings time, whatever you call it. I love these longer daylight hours. It just allows me to do more, and you probably feel the same way. I wish they would make this permanent. So anyway, I'm not sure exactly why I went down that rabbit hole, but welcome to another great episode of the Pregame Blitz. I'm your host, and let me bring out my other host, my other super fan, George Brad. How you doing, George?
Doing great, Larry. Good to be with you. Thanks.
Man, how's the big city of Waycross treating you nowadays? Anything exciting happening in Waycross?
Just a normal run of the mill stuff over here in the swamp. Just getting ready for spring practice.
Well, does that run of the mill stuff include dipping down into North Florida and picking up another super athlete down there?
Nope. We're a destination program.
I love the way you said that. A destination program.
And so one of our Gator faithful calls it happenstance.
I hear you, man.
And it's
Listen.
pure.
However they get to your program, as long as it's legit, as long as it's a bona fide move according to the GHSA,
that's it.
Everything's kosher, right?
There's hook and there's crook, and this time it was hook.
That's right. Exactly right. I love the way you said that. How did you put it? A destination program.
Yes.
I'm gonna actually have to write that down because I'd never heard it put that way before.
Well, we're just trying to be like some of these metro teams that,
the big metro town of Waycross. What's that now?
We just want to reload effectively. When you lose talent, sometimes the word gets out, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
I'm thankful our economy is supporting a new family moving in.
Yep, absolutely, man. And hey, I can't blame you. You guys have built Ware County has always had a really good reputation of playing a good brand of football over there, minus the Franklin Stevens years.
Right? Yeah, well, that's fair. And even decades ago when you had Waycross High School, back up until 1995, Waycross High School was home to some really good football. I think they have 4 state titles.
Right.
Back in the 60s, 70s, maybe early 80s. And some really good teams along the way. Dale Williams was once a famous coach here.
Yeah.
Famous to us anyway. I think his son might have played quarterback at Georgia. Gotcha. Todd Williams, maybe.
Yeah.
At any rate, yeah. So yeah, we've had the talent here for a while. And then when you brought the county and the city schools together, we have the ability to compete at a high level, as we've seen in the last few years. Haven't pulled down that title yet, that elusive championship, but it's coming.
That's right. That's right. Our friend Kenneth Hurst says, hey, LG and the gang. I guess, George, you are the gang tonight.
Sounds good.
You're a one-man gang.
How do you even sleep at night when you're calling yourself LG and your son sells Verizon? I mean,
what does that mean?
LG, like the LG
LG
phones and stuff like that.
That's not a competitor with Verizon.
Is it not? Maybe not. Maybe not.
Come on, man.
I'm getting my wires crossed. Anyway.
That's right.
Long day. We got started really early this morning, but yeah, never mind. Disregard.
Speaking of Verizon, Matthew's doing really well. He graduated from VSU in December, and he stayed on with this Verizon company, and he is doing really well. I'm so proud of that kid.
In part,
proud dad moment.
Absolutely, he's doing well.
Yeah, man. Franklin Webb is going way back. He says the Waycross Bulldogs.
That's right, man. There were some good teams back I remember being a little kid going to watch Waycross, the Waycross Bulldogs. So
George,
fun.
I don't know if you remember this, but you guys used to be a AA program, the Waycross Bulldogs, and my Berrien Rebels would go over there and play Waycross. I remember one year. Why are you laughing?
Because
I
I know
remember
how that
one
probably
year.
went down.
Yeah, I remember one year we went over there. I can't remember if it was my sophomore or junior year or something like that. And we had a really, really good team. Waycross had a really, really good team. And they beat us like 10-7. It was a fantastic game between the
Yeah.
hedges over there.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Hedges.
fun times, man. Fun
Yeah,
times.
good memories.
I don't know what happened to Cole. I saw him pop into the backstage area, but he's popped back out. I don't know if he's had a bad connection problem or what.
Yeah, he was hopeful to join some of the stuff we're going to talk about tonight. He'd be a key source of info. So we need to jump
Listen,
in so we can bust his
Kenneth
chops.
Hurst. Kenneth Hurst is calling us out. He says, "LG, thought you have other super fans." Kenneth, man,
Hey,
we normally do. It's LG and the super fans, but here lately, because of the extra extended hours, spring baseball, people are busy. Justin is coaching a ball team. So sometimes they have practices. Oftentimes they have practices on Tuesday nights. So we're hoping to get Justin back soon. And Cole, guys, Cole, he's a new dad. And
yeah,
anybody that has been through that knows how busy a new dad and mom are.
that's
So
right.
I don't blame Cole. Sometimes he can make it. And here lately, oftentimes he can't because, man, he's trying to pick up extra shifts to take care of his family. And when he gets home, he wants to spend time with his baby girl. So I don't blame him at all. Don't blame him at all for taking some time off. So
And
that's my kid.
And he's in the agricultural sector. So this time of year where we're into planting and
right.
You're kicking off fertilizing and all this other stuff that a lot of us do with a perennial crop for sure. He's a busy man, sans the family situation.
That's right.
As much as we all love to talk football and would love to do it all the time, sometimes, it's hard to find that hour or two to do that. So.
Well, before our hour eases on by us, I want to make sure I thank our sponsors because sometimes I forget to do that, and I shouldn't because these guys help pay the bills. Pepsi Bottling Company here in Valdosta. You guys have heard me talk about these guys a lot by now, right? These are Pepsi's our title sponsor for this year. They make some great flavors: Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Rockstar, Mountain Dew Energy. Have you guys had a chance to try some of these new drinks yet? These new flavors, George. Other than George, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Are you a Pepsi guy or a Coke guy? You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
My favorite is Pepsi. Is the zero sugar.
Yeah, Pepsi Zero. That's a good one.
There's a zero sugar. There's a Coke Zero, and there's in the black can.
That's right.
Same with Pepsi. Then there's a zero sugar. Yep. And it is a slightly different formula, and I actually like it the best.
Yeah, and Pepsi Zero, it's got a unique flavor to it.
Yeah, Pepsi Zero is very strong, like in terms of if you really like it to be really sweet.
Yeah.
Now, so what I do with Pepsi, if it's a little too sweet for you, is I'll cut a little bit of lime, a little wedge of a lime, a real lime, not the juice, and I'll squeeze it over it and drop it in there. And I'm telling you, if you haven't done that over some ice, it's a game changer. So
I've done that. Listen, I don't know if you like energy drinks or whatever, but you need to try this one on the screen. Mountain Dew Spark. It is a great drink. Drink.
I wouldn't doubt it for a minute. If they do they have one that's in a zero yet?
They do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm game. I didn't know that. I thought it was more of a sugary one, and I can't really, get into those. But if there's a zero, I did not realize that. I will definitely try it.
Yeah, Franklin Webb, he took our suggestion. He says, I tried a Spark, not bad. I'll definitely get another. Goyer Deloach, if you're watching tonight, buddy, there you go. We got you a new customer. So, hey, listen, we got a few other sponsors to thank. Tim Neesmith with A Shade of Perfection, custom shades and blinds. Man, construction is just out of this world right now. Everybody seems to be building, and I don't quite understand it, but it is what it is, right? People are buying homes. They're building new homes. And so if you have the need to renovate or new construction and you want to customize your shades and blinds, Tim Neesmith is a great one to call for that. And he will travel. He doesn't have a problem with that. Josh Batson and Justin Haskin do a great job, guys, of treating migraine, especially acute migraines. They help with chronic as well. But these guys, you don't get any better than these two guys. 229-333-9838. A White Oak Investment, Kyle Conger. Listen, let me tell you the personal service that I got from Kyle today, George. You know, it wasn't even related to finances. You know, he sent me a text message. He says, "Man, I just wanted you to know I prayed over your family today."
Really?
How about that?
Did you ask him? Did you check? Did you immediately check the Dow or?
No, he's a brother in Christ, and we share a lot of personal things back and forth, and we've done that over years. Got a pretty close relationship, and we will do that for one another. Every once in a while, I'll send him a text. Hey, I'm praying up for you, man. And today he sent me a text out of the blue. I'm praying over your family, and I really do appreciate that. I really do. So
absolutely, this
is a good guy, White Oak Investment, and by the way, he knows what he's talking about when it comes to the financial services industry. Obviously, we talked about Matthew before at Verizon Wireless. A buddy of mine in the lounge program, Daryl Presley, called me last week, and he says, "Hey, did you say Matthew deals in Verizon phones?" I said, "Yep." He said, "Yeah, I heard you talking about it on the show. I need some help with some small business accounts." Matthew helped him right away. So now he's got another Please customer. So anyway, he's doing a great job. If you guys need an iPhone, Android, accessories, even if you have small business accounts, this guy can hook you up. 229-244-5855. And the last thing is, George, I don't know what you listen to first thing in the morning, but this is a new sponsor. Steve Nichols, Freedom with Steve Nichols. I don't know if you know this guy, but he has a pretty dynamic show, a talk show, first thing in the morning, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Man, oh man, it's pretty entertaining, George. If you like the back and forth political stuff, almost a combative type of style, and that to me, that's very entertaining.
Sure.
I don't know why, but it just is. And so there's a particular caller that will call in every once in a while on the left side of the spectrum, and he'll get Steve all fired up, and they just go at it. But listen, so I'm going to tell you guys, this show is not for the faint of heart. But if you like that kind of thing, if you're entertained by political talk, this guy is for you. Freedom with Steve Nichols can be found on Facebook under that same name, Freedom with Steve Nichols, or you can visit his website, freedomwithstevenichols.live. And so we want to thank all of our sponsors, and of course, us. And that's the G Nation Media Group, where we make digital look good. That's my new slogan, George. We make digital look good.
All right.
So anyway, so we appreciate all of our sponsors. Obviously, we have we do an hour-long show, so we don't want to flood the whole hour long with sponsors. So we have a limited number of sponsorships that we try to promote or sell as a package to an hour-long program, right? And so we've got like 5 or 6. So I'm looking for another 3, maybe 4 max. And that's it, guys. That's it. You're not going to get inundated with advertisers the entire program. You guys know what to expect by now. So if you're looking to advertise or sponsor a program, this one's for you. Very engaged audience as well. So, hey, speaking of audience, we got one of our super fans in. Cole Moore, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you loud and clear. Welcome back, buddy.
What's going on, man?
Listen. Just doing our thing. It's Tuesday night, so we're talking high school football, and I'm glad you called in tonight because I see your avatar on the screen. Yeah. It's the TCC Yellow Jackets. You are all in for TCC, aren't you, Cole?
I still bleed blue and white, man. But yeah, I think they're going to have a good year.
I got you.
Okay.
All right, so let me not challenge you, but let me bring something to your attention right off the bat. Okay. Oh, when you say stuff like that, I'm going to share something to the screen. Can y'all see that?
Yep.
This is the new region for that Thomas County Central belongs to.
Yep.
Region 1-6A. Cole. It includes Houston County, Lee County, Northside Warner Robins, Thomas County Central, Tift County, and Veterans.
That's right.
So you said that you're convinced that you're going to have a good year. Who are you going to knock off to at least make the playoffs in that top 4 teams in the region?
Well, I said they would have a good year. I think what you're talking, where I'm coming from, is the last 4 years. Okay, they have not had a winning season. I think that's the key. There is to get over that hump. Out of that region, honestly, right now, which anything can happen. They could come out and be a very, very, very good football team.
That's right.
I do think they can beat Veterans, and I do think they can beat Houston.
Okay.
The rest, it's going to be tough sledding.
Yep.
It's going to be tough sledding. North Side is getting back to their old ways. I think they're going to be good. Tiff County, I think Tiff County's going to have something to say about this, and we know where Lee County is. Lee County's going to be Lee County. Lee County's going to win that region.
That's a good way of putting it.
Lee County is going to do Lee County things. I mean, honestly, it could be tough. I mean, Thomas County Central could be trying to fight for that number 4 seed.
That's right.
But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to unseat Northside, Tifton, some of those, and then if you do lose to a Veterans or a Houston County, then, it's tough from there. And I think Thomas County Central's first region game is against Veterans. So that is a very, very big football game.
That's right. Let's see.
Their coach, is it Milan Turner or Milan? I'm not sure exactly how he pronounces it. Retired.
Right.
So the Veterans will be coming into the season under a new head coach as well. So that's something to note. Yeah.
Honestly, I think the first 3 ball games for Thomas County Central is going to tell us, and I know it's non-region, but I'm not sure right off the bat, but I think it's something like Cairo, Thomasville, and Bainbridge. Those 3 ball games are going to tell you a whole lot about this football team, right? There's some big games there for them, especially Cairo and Thomasville, getting over those humps. If they can get over that hump and, kind of give that team some morale, they've lost to those teams the last couple of years in some very close ball games. So those will be very important, to get that morale going and, believing in the team and, believing in Coach Rogers and, that whole thing there, which I do love Coach Rogers' staff. He has put together a pretty good staff at Thomas County Central. So, but I know, like everybody else knows, moving from 4A to 6A, man, that's a big jump. That's a huge jump for anybody.
It really is, man. I'm about to put this Yellow Jacket schedule on the screen. So y'all keep talking and bear with me. Somebody take this one down.
Yeah, Cole, I was looking at too. I don't know anything about Childs out of Tallahassee. I'm not even sure if you pronounce it that way. And then Godby. It looks like they play a couple of Florida teams out of Tallahassee back to back.
Yep.
Any intel on those 2 programs?
I'm not sure about Childs or like you said, but Godby I've heard of. Don't know how good they've been the last couple of years. So
I want to say they came up to Douglas and had a home and home with Douglas, or had a 2-year deal with Douglas and Coffee, and they were pretty stout one year. I don't know that they were, and they may have graduated off a good bit of talent. I can't remember, but they didn't fare as well the second time, I think.
Right. So this schedule is honestly, man, when you consider the past success that they've had, with the top, the first 3 teams in your non-region, it's very important, I think, for this football team to get off to a fast start. So, I mean, especially Cairo and Thomasville. those are two teams they haven't had much success. I think the last 4 years they were 1-3, 1-3 against Thomasville and 0-4 against Cairo. So
Yeah.
it's very,
So Cole, I'm looking at the schedule. I don't know if you can see this on the screen.
Yeah.
I think you can, but
yeah, I'm looking at it.
Out of the 5 non-region games that you got, I don't know anything about Childs. I just looked up Childs' record. They weren't a very good program last year. Godby
Right.
is sometimes on the fence, but the first 3 out of the gate that you've got are really high quality programs.
Yeah,
Cairo, Thomasville, Bainbridge.
Yes.
Now, does Thomas County Central beat Cairo on August 19th?
Well, that's going to be the kicker there. I mean, that was we were sitting in Cairo last year, and Thomas County Central jumped on Cairo like it was nobody's business. So I was looking at my father-in-law, and I looked at my wife. I said, "Man, Central's fixing to run away with it," but it didn't happen. I mean, long pass right off the bat, touchdown, a pick six, and then that was it. And Central lost 14-13. But the key to this football team, I'm going to tell you right now, is to see if this offensive line can improve, because poor Sam Brown was running for his life all year last year.
That's right.
So that's going to be the key there. Thomas County Central brings in Cairo's offensive coordinator the last couple of years, and Jimmy Dudley to be the co-offensive coordinator and to kind of help and also be the offensive line coach. So hopefully Coach Dudley can get some things going on that offensive line.
Well, listen, man, you really didn't answer my question, I don't think. You kind of talked around it. But as a diehard, all-in Thomas County Central Yellow Jacket now on the Booster Club, is TCC going to beat Cairo?
Yes, they'll beat Cairo.
Okay. All right, they're 1-0. All right, then the next week, August 26th, you got an early season rivalry game.
Yeah.
Where both teams are kind of feeling their way through the new season. You don't really never know what to expect. Does TCC finally put Thomasville back in its place?
Yes, I think this is it. I mean, Central should have beat them last year. Justin Rogers and this staff will get those guys ready to rock and roll, and Thomas County Central will invade the dog pound. Will invade. I hope there's Thomasville fans that I hear. We ain't no Bulldog fans listening. Thomas County Central will invade Thomasville and beat Zach Graves and company.
Listen, man, I'm not talking anything. I'm not talking any smack about Thomasville ever again, because the last time I did this last year in the playoffs, they ended up putting me on one of their hype videos, predicting they would lose, and they go out and win.
Could you imagine me going into town if Central does lose? And if people are listening, Thomasville fans I will be famous in Thomasville.
You might be infamous.
Or infamous, yeah.
They may not let me in their stadium anymore.
That's exactly right.
The first time, right?
All right, so you're saying that after August 26th at about 10:30, 10:45 p.m., the TCC Mighty Yellow Jackets are now 2-0 on the brand new season.
Yes, and they will be city champions, and they will. I really believe that this team is capable of knocking off Thomasville and Cairo. Cairo, honestly.
Well, Christopher Sloan says Cairo, Thomasville, TCC, and Bainbridge, when these teams play each other, they are great and exciting games.
Yes, I will tell you this.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Until a couple years ago, LG, I have never, I've always heard it. I've been a Tiff County alumni, Tiff County football player. I always heard people talk about that Rose City Classic. Mm-hmm. But man, I'm telling you, it's not like Valdosta and Lowndes, but it's on a smaller scale of Valdosta and Lowndes.
Sure.
I mean, it's sold out. I mean, you get these fans, they really do not like each other, LG. There's hate there between Thomasville and Thomas County Central. You know,
So
and
let me ask you, as far as rivalry goes, you've been around for a while. You had a
Sure.
big rivalry with Tift County. Tift County, believe it or not, are big rivals with Colquitt County, right?
Sure. Yes.
So on the level of fan hatred, is there more of that in the Rose City or more of that with Tifton and Colquitt?
Whoa, boy, that's tough because when I was playing, we had a region championship on the line that year down there in Colquitt County that went to overtime. It's tough, but I'm telling you, I think because it's on, people are going to look at it differently because it's on a smaller scale. When you're talking about well, now Central's a 6A school, but through the years they've been in what? Both schools have been 3A, 4A, and then they eventually split up and got bigger. I am going to say Central and Thomasville is on a Valdosta Lounge realm, but
wow, okay.
like I said, smaller.
Okay.
Smaller.
Fair
Like
enough.
like I would put, this is like my top three right now. I'd go, Wintersville Classic's the top. You start talking about Warner Robins North Side. You start talking about, you got to put Thomasville and Thomas County Central. Just look at the tradition for once. I mean, multiple state championships, and a lot of people don't know these two teams fought for a state championship down in Thomasville, where Central beat them in a very close ball game.
Yeah, I think, though, you're going to have some improvement with the TCC program to, bring that rivalry game back up to its luster.
Sure. I mean, yes, I agree with that 100%. But now, not to knock the Tiff Colquitt thing, now that's on another level.
Yeah. Sounds like you got another super fan in the background.
Yeah, that's my little baby girl. She's getting ready. She's very vocal.
Yeah, I see that, man.
She's ready for a Yellow Jacket football game.
Yeah, she's ready for
Already cheering, huh?
It's a family affair over there tonight, man. I love it.
It's a family affair, man. Hopefully get her to go to some high school games and maybe catch a Gator game. Who knows?
Oh my gosh!
Did I hurt your feelings?
Y'all come over anytime, Cole.
You didn't hurt my feelings, but we may need to call the cops for child neglect after that comment.
Oh my!
What? Yeah, she's probably gonna catch a Braves game too. So maybe.
Well, there you go. There you go. You get back on the right side of the road.
Yeah.
Are we back on the play game?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Cole, going to September 2nd,
Right.
You host the Bainbridge Bearcats.
Man, that's tough. They're a good football team.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said when I looked at the schedule, I said I think Thomas County, there's a realistic that they would win 2 out of 3. So I will give them a loss against Bainbridge.
Okay.
I mean, Bainbridge is tough, and they do have a lot coming back too. They've been Jeff Littleton's done an amazing job. I think one of the more underrated head coaches in high school football in the state of Georgia.
Yeah.
So they got a good program. So, and I'm going to say this. I think it's a close loss. I don't think Bainbridge is going to run away with them.
Okay. So now you're saying that TCC is going to be 2-1 going into, you get a week off, then you go into homecoming against Childs. It's a homecoming game.
Yeah, that's a W, man.
That's a W. Let's just call it for what it is, right?
Throw a dub in the yeah.
So hey, here's a real test, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. A real test for Justin Rogers is to win the games they're supposed to win.
Right, that's it.
Right.
Win the game. I'm going to tell you, if he beats Thomasville,
yep,
dude, that's all he needs to do. Seriously.
Listen, if he beats Thomasville and Childs and Godby and goes into Region 3 and 2, I think the TCC crowd is pretty happy with that.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a very exciting time. But I honestly, man, I hate to tell you, but I got him going 1, 2.
I got him going 4-1.
I got him going 4-1, going in the region.
Did I understand correctly that Cairo did graduate a lot of talent?
Yes.
Maybe on the younger side this year.
Yeah, Cairo will be on the younger side. Now, I hear they got some talent, but
Yeah.
the defensive side of the ball is going to hurt. And I'm going to tell you, I ain't lying to you, y'all guys. They're two defensive ends that I don't know if they're graduating or not, but those guys had to be two of the fastest defensive ends I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Very fast off the ball. And that's what gave Central problems. Like I said, it was a long pass. I think it was like a 60-yard pass that they hit to Hopkins right off the bat, and then they had a pick six, blocked extra point. That was all the points, and then Cairo ends up scoring late to beat Central 14-13.
Okay.
Now, wasn't Cairo and Bainbridge in the same region with TCC last year?
Yes, it was Bainbridge.
Really I mean, at the surface level, it's really non-region, but this is chock full of rivalries out of the gate.
When you're talking about for Central, K Road, Thomasville, and Bainbridge, there's no love lost. I mean, they're very familiar. The players are very familiar with these guys, and so I mean, it could be. And if I'm gonna tell you, Central fans are gonna be beating their chest if they somehow do beat Bainbridge and win all non-region. Then you're going to be talking about a team that's going to come home, first region game, and that's going to be a packed house at Central for this for week one for veterans. What we call the money, what Justin Rogers calls the money games. So
I got you, man. Hey Cole, what do you say to fans like Christopher Sloan, who says Cairo's going to beat TCC, Thomasville, and Bainbridge this year?
Good luck with that.
That was short and sweet, to the point.
Well, I mean, their head coach Cairo said that Central possibly took their best assistant from them. And I've seen people on the vent that have said this is going to be a huge loss for Cairo. So we'll see how they rebound from that.
Well, speaking of your TCC staff, I've got them queued up, ready to go, man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at
that. Justin Rogers, Dave Wyndon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure who these guys are, but you TCC guys seem to be pretty excited about these guys. Linebackers coach Doug Kane, offensive line coach Kalen Harris. Do you guys recognize him? His name?
No.
He's a large individual.
He's a large individual, but he is also the grandson of Ed Pilcher.
Ah,
really?
Yep.
That's okay. That's crazy.
Yep, his daughter, along with her sister. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. His mom, Shell, along with her sister, Christy. I believe her name was Christy. Pilcher were both Berrien students before the Pilchers moved over to Early County when Ed Pilcher took that head coach job back in the late 80s. So anyway, his grandson now goes back to the program that basically Ed Pilcher built, right?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt.
So it's going to be fun watching him on the sideline. And he was an offensive lineman. Now he's an offensive line coach. Seems to be a pretty large guy. Offensive line coaches usually are.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, they're pretty big guys.
Look at Coach Cove from Coffee.
Yeah, I know, exactly right. All right, so let's run through this region schedule real fast, Cole. Veterans on September 30th.
A win.
And you got him at home. That should bode well.
Yeah.
You got him at home, Veterans, with a win. Listen, Cole, have TCC starting the season off at 5-1 and 1-0 in the region.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then your I guess your true school, Tift County. This is your school, the Tift County Blue Devils.
That's right.
Down to 6A, joins this region, and now finds themselves I guess hosting the Thomas County Central Yellow
Correct.
Jackets. Who do you
Yeah,
got?
this is where stuff starts getting a little tough.
Yeah.
I don't think they have enough to beat Tiff County. I don't.
Okay.
Tiff County does have a lot coming back. They were young last year. They have some stuff coming back. It's going to be very exciting. You do lose your all-state defensive lineman Tyree West to graduation, but that defense didn't run. It wasn't just Tyree West, so they're going to be fine. Tiff County's got a little something up the sleeve. I'm not going to go in any detail on that, but I think Tiff County wins that ball game, and it's at home.
And it's at home.
You get your home cooking. Tiff County gets the W and sends Thomas County Central home with the L.
I got you, man. I got you. All right. So do you think Noel Dean's second year with that pistol veer is really going to be head and shoulders above last year, what we saw out of them?
I think he's learned some things. Let me just put it that way. So I think Tiff County has the athletes to compete in this region. I'm not saying they're going to win the region because they're not, but I think they can compete with Northside and teams like that in this region. As far as I think Tiff County can fight for that number 2 seed. I think they're that good. They're good enough to fight for that number 2 seed.
Okay. All right. So, all right. I'm going to save that question until the end. All right. So you got them. You got them taking a loss to Tiff County. Is that what you said? Okay. So now they're 6-2. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. No, wait.
No, it'd be 5-2, right?
They're 5-2. 5-2. Okay. So now they're 5-2 and getting ready to host Houston County. The Bears coming out of Houston County.
Yeah.
Was that your rooster?
Hey man, stop with the jokes. Yeah, I'm gonna give Thomas County Central a win in a very close game against Houston County. Home cooking, they get the win, and then they move on to the big bad Lee County Trojans.
I hear you, man. I hear you. So they get the win against the Bears.
Right.
Okay, so now they're 6-2. And should I say that they're going to lose against Lee County and Northside Warner Robins?
Yes, I would have them losing to both of those teams.
Okay. So you got them finishing 6-4 and 2-3 in the region.
Which would be a 4 seed.
So they would probably be battling for a 4th seed.
Correct.
Looks like they're set up well to do that if they're the 2 teams that we have speculated would be, home games for them, right? Veterans and HOCO.
Yep.
And so if you concede the other 3, they're away games anyway. If they pick one of them off, then cool, but they're still set up to get that 4 seed, get to the playoffs, get the momentum going.
If they upset a Tiff County or if they upset a Northside or, one of those schools that, then, they're in really good shape.
Yeah.
Okay. So
back to Larry's comment about winning the winnable games.
Win the games you're supposed to and get better throughout the season. I think that's more of a testament to Central what needs to happen. Just get better week by week, and let's see what happens when it rolls. When it comes to Tiff Northside, when it comes to Tiff County, Northside, and Lee County, even though I want them to do so well, it's hard for me to give them that nod, especially the nod of confidence.
Okay, so here's what I got so far. I've got Lee County 5-0 in the region.
Correct.
Northside Warner Robins at 4-1. Tiff County at 3-2. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think Tiff County beats Veterans, Houston County, and TCC to go 3-2.
Yes.
Okay. So now that puts, if it holds true that TCC can beat Veterans and Houston County, then they come in at 2-3. So how do the other two teams that would be battling for that 4th seed look? So Veterans, I mean, if they lose to TCC, who do they beat? They're not going to beat Lee County. They're not going to beat Northside Warner Robins. And we've got Tift County beating them. So who are they going to beat? Houston County?
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of those situations where, you got the, one's got to beat the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So here's the deal. I'm predicting that if TCC can knock off Veterans and Houston County, it's going to be a pretty good first year for them in Region 1-6A, and they go to the playoffs as a 4th seed.
Yeah.
If they lose one of those 2 games, all bets are off, and they miss the playoffs.
Yeah, that's the bad part, right? I mean, that's the bad part is those games are very important.
Yep.
Very, very important to get off. Like we always hear, okay, head coaches always say, we got to get off to a fast start in the region. I think that's the case. They got to knock Veterans off.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's a must win. So it doesn't matter any other game other than Thomasville, on this schedule, the 2 biggest games for you guys, September 30th, October 21st.
Yeah.
Veterans, Houston County. You win those 2 games, you make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think if they end the regular season at 6-4 and gives Central their first winning season in 5 years, that's going to vote big confidence into that program.
So when's the last time, Cole, that Thomas County Central had a winning record?
What was 2016? I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to go all the way back to 2016. Y'all were region champs.
Right.
Got bounced second round of the playoffs, but still a really pretty good year at 8-4 and region champs.
Yes, that's that. I mean, what are you looking at? You're going on 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So
they got to be hungry for sure to
the fan base is hungry, right? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
They had an amazing run in the 90s and we're pretty good in the early 2000s. So they're hungry. So I think a 6-4, a winning season, what is old saying, Rome wasn't built, overnight. So you can't, you have to take baby steps at building a program.
Correct.
Back. You cannot expect a coach to come in and just say, "Oh man, we fitting to go 15-0." It ain't how it works. I hate to tell you, it isn't how it works. Even our semifinal appearance, in 06, as far as Tift County goes, it was a work in progress. A lot of people don't understand the work that was put in by our coaching staff. Jay Walls and company took us a couple of years, 3 or 4 years. And then, once we got that taste of the playoffs, right, we just continued to get better. So it isn't built overnight. You got to give that Coach Rogers and you got to give the program itself the benefits to get better. I mean, and this is not going to change overnight. I think a 6-4 record is obtainable.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to come out early and they're going to have to win some big ball games early in the season.
Right. Well, let's switch over to Thomasville. We got about 15 minutes left in the show. Let's switch over to Thomasville. They've got a pretty good region as well, pretty strong region. They're going to be moving up to 1 AAA. That's going to include Crisp County, Dargery, Monroe, Sumter County, and Thomasville. And this is what their their schedule looks like. So
I see a couple of L's.
As a matter of fact, a couple of L's. They've got a preseason scrimmage to start off the year against Valdosta. That's going to be very eye-opening, very telling what to expect from that program. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think you're going to find out real quick what Thomasville's able to do this year.
I had a chance to reach out to a friend of the show, Will Palmer. He's a big Thomasville Bulldog fan, right? Helps them with a lot of their media and technology, that stuff during the season. And I found out that Will is the guy that put the hype videos together during the playoffs. That kind of made me look ridiculous, predicting that Thomasville was going to lose week after week. And so here it is, the state championship. I don't predict they're going to lose. And what do? They lose. So I finally gave them some credit, and they turned around and broke my heart. So anyway, he says that Thomasville's got 30+ seniors. For a small school, basically a AA, small AAA program, 30 seniors, that's a lot.
Much heavy, yeah.
Yeah. So, but they got to replace the number one position on the field, and that's the quarterback.
Yep.
And so is that what's giving you some confidence, Cole, in thinking that TCC is going to beat Thomasville?
Yeah, I've heard that they've got an up-and-coming 8th grader, right? Yeah. That's going to be really, really good. But the problem is he's in 8th grade.
Yeah,
that's the problem, buddy. So they're, you may be looking at Thomasville, may be looking at a situation that they may have to put their best athlete at quarterback.
Yeah.
Because everything I understand is, there's no clear cut number 1 or number 2 right now at quarterback.
That's right. So, Will says that they're losing 3 all-state defensive players in middle linebacker Ty Anderson, cornerback Jimmy Baldry, and safety Joe Williams. So they've got some talent to replace on the defensive side of the ball too. And that's going to be key, especially if it's in that secondary, guys, because what does Justin Rogers like to do?
Boy, he told us, I like to lock the field up.
Yeah, exactly right. So it might be the perfect storm for Justin Rogers to be stepping into.
Yeah, think about it. You got Justin Rogers paired with a pretty good quarterback in Sam Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people that don't know this or hasn't paid attention to the Central program, they got a pretty good wide receiver in Adam Hopkins, who's a 4-star. So he's pretty good. And so, that's, for a team that had question marks in the secondary last year, but it was picked up by that great front for Thomasville. And then at linebacker, when Will talked about Ty Anderson, man, he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, number 42, you just turn on the highlight tape for Thomasville, and the kid's just everywhere.
Yeah,
absolutely. Sideline. He was an amazing ball player. So that's big shoes to fill. Yeah.
Now, Cole, I'm going to make a prediction that's going to, I don't know if it'll upset you or what, but I think during Justin Rogers' first year, I think Thomasville is going to get the better of you guys. And Here's why. No, I'm not saying it just to be funny, but Franklin Webb makes an outstanding point. They're losing some players, but for a smaller program, they got 100 kids on their roster, 10th through 12th grade, 100 kids. That's a big time roster, right?
Yeah, it's a big time roster, but all that's going to change very shortly. They
read between the lines. George, I guess TCC is going to become a destination school as well.
Yeah. Well, Thomasville. Who's got the indoor practice facility coming? Central. Not Thomasville.
Are you guys going to put one up?
Yeah, it's in the works. Yes,
wow.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be fully enclosed.
Yeah, fully enclosed. I see what you did there, man. It's not funny.
I love it.
I didn't know if they got if they consulted with Tift. I wasn't sure.
No picnic area. I'm kind of disappointed, man.
You know what? I'm not inviting any of y'all to Tift County's opening of the picnic area.
Come on. I just want to know, who do I call to reserve my spot?
You call me. One call, that's all.
Do I have to bring my own barbecue, or do you guys provide a cooker?
Sure.
Barrel racing or anything cool?
Sure, we would love to cook for lounge folks. I hope
Hey,
you
there
got
you
some
go,
medicine
man.
with you.
All right, man. All right, man. Let's run through this schedule real fast. Thomasville they opened the season against Brooks County. I think Thomasville beats Brooks County. I really do.
Yeah, without Amari Arnold, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so then the big game, August 26th against TCC.
Loss.
A loss. Whew, man. He was quick with that, George.
Yeah. Now look,
Even if it's at home.
look at not to get ahead, but just notice TCC, Cairo, Bainbridge. None of these teams are going to want to start in the hole. There's a lot of reasons for these teams to be throwing down.
Yeah.
With TCC.
Look how strong this schedule is for a smaller program in Thomasville. You got Brooks County defending state champs. You got TCC, according to Cole, they're going to be 6-4 making the playoffs their first year in 1-6A. You got Cairo, a perennial powerhouse in that, what are they, 4A classification?
They are.
Yes.
Then you got Bainbridge, another really, really good team under Coach Littleton. And then you got, according to Cole, Tiff County is going to be much, much improved under second year Noel Dean. So look at that non-region schedule, man, for Thomasville Bulldogs. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, they got a lot of losses coming.
Well, it matters after Tift, right? Is that when they start region play? Monroe?
Is that when the region play starts? It doesn't say on the schedule.
If it's Monroe, then yes.
Yeah, I thought they were in the same. Based on the thing you showed before, Larry, the spreadsheet, I think
this might be.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, they are.
Did they add Carver and Columbus to the region?
No, Carver's in too.
Well, I have to go back and look at, because I know the GHSA made a change at one time, kind of late, and it messed everybody up. But I'll go back and take a look.
I think Chris tried to jump up to the region with maybe Peach,
right,
and some other teams, and I think it was denied.
Gotcha. But look at how tough the schedule. The Carver Tigers. I don't know what kind of team Columbus is, but Dargery is pretty good. They're getting better anyway. And Crisp County is going to be one of those enigmas because they just lost their coach as well.
Well, it really hadn't mattered the last couple. When they do lose a coach, they've been pretty good.
Yeah.
So Roscoe Jenkins says Carver is in 1 AAA.
Did they lose their coach? Which was it? Carver Columbus or what of them's coach stepped down?
Carver Columbus did lose their coach and Crisp County.
Yeah, so you got a couple of sort of question marks there that might bode well for Thomasville.
That's right. Man, every time I've seen Roscoe Jenkins' name in the comments before, this has nothing to do with the program. Every time I see the name Roscoe, I think of the what is that movie? Is it Welcome Home Roscoe or something like that? With the comedian? Is it Martin Lawrence, the comedian?
As long as it ain't Chris Rock.
Let's not go there, man. Let's not go there. So, anyway.
I do believe Chris Rock said to put some tussin on it to Will Smith is what I
Oh, my gosh. All right, here's my one and only joke about that the other night. What did Chris Rock wake up this morning on his face?
Oh, I won't give it.
Fresh Prince.
That's like a dad joke, man. That's
I know it, man.
That's good.
No, not really.
Hey, Cole, I got one more dad joke for you.
That Will Smith and him too.
Yeah. Cole, I got one more dad joke for you.
God.
Man, I got gas this morning at $1 for $1.49.
Oh my God.
At Taco Bell.
Oh,
I love dad jokes, man. So, anyway, yeah, we're losing our viewership just by talking about the dad jokes.
yeah, stop it. Just stop.
Just stop. Hey, here's the deal, guys. I'm going to pull up a stat sheet real fast. This is the Thomasville Bulldogs in their seasons. Back on the screen. All right, so when Zach Grage got there, Leroy Riles, the year that he left, 2015, he was 1-8 on the year. So they brought in Zach Grage. Zach Grage starts 5-5, inherits a really, really bad program, has to basically rebuild the program, restores on or upgrades a lot of their facilities, right? And you see since then, this team has been on a tear.
Yeah, but still
12-1.
chokes in the big games.
What's that now?
But still can't get over the hump and win a state championship.
But Cole, listen, look at where they came from, though.
From 1-8,
you have to go all the way
95.
back to 2010 with Richie Marsh, where they were bounced in the quarterfinals, right? But in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons, right? Looking at 2017, they lose in the quarterfinals. Next year, second round. Next year, semifinals. Next year, quarterfinals. And then the next year, the state championship game.
Yeah.
You got to admit, even as a TCC fan, you got to admit, Zach Grage appears to know what he's doing over there.
Well, he should. I mean, I don't know if you've paid attention, but the whole city and county of Thomasville is eaten up with great athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no shocker that Thomasville is good.
So you're saying the reason they're good is because all the athletes have migrated over to Thomasville.
I mean, you can read between the lines all you want. I mean, look at the years. Look at the years where Central dominated.
Yeah.
How good was Thomasville?
Okay, so
You said there's an inverse relationship.
So it sounds like whoever's got the better coach that can attract the better athletes is going to dominate that series.
That's what is going to make this rivalry starting this year so amazing. Not taking nothing away. I think Zach Grage is a really good football coach. But so I do think Justin Rogers is as well. So it's going to be a very, very, very interesting, rivalry starting up, with these two coaches.
Right.
I believe Zach Grage tries to work the sideline a little bit like Rush Probst, and Justin Rogers is his own guy.
I got you, man.
It's going to be interesting. Thomasville's no shocker. They should be good.
Yep. Absolutely, man.
And you know what? We're almost already in April here. I mean, it's going to be here tomorrow.
I'm ready for it, man.
So, Cole, when is the TCC spring game? This is the last question I'll ask you. So it sounds like we got
no idea. I
don't know.
Not right off the rip. I do not know.
Okay. I'm assuming that you're planning on being there.
I don't really know.
Listen, I understand, man. Being a new dad, you really don't know what your schedules look like tomorrow, let alone in May.
Right. I don't know what my day is planned for tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Like, half the time I don't even know who I am.
I hear you, man. We can identify with that, right, George?
Absolutely.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up our show for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Let's do it again next Tuesday night right here. The same man, Cole got out of here quick. So let's do it again next Tuesday night right here on the PreGame Blitz. Until then, you guys have a great week. Be productive, and I'm still going to say it. I know this is the PreGame Blitz, but I'm still going to say it. Go Vikings.
Go Gators.
See you, man.